At the end of the last session, you guys ended up getting a whole lot of money. There was a crap ton of money in your bathtub, round about $200,000, which is great. 200,000 is completely inconceivable as like a way to carry money. How much money would you like to be carrying with you? Can we put it in the bank? Okay. You could take it to the bank for sure. There is a bank in town. It's if you look on the map, it's right next to that C-shaped building. I guess we should probably do a vote on that. Do you remember what your old job was? Yes. However, just like the name and sexual orientation and gender of the main character, I don't care. Originally, I was going to do some stuff where I was going to make those decisions for you, but I wanted you guys to be able to have those decisions yourself. So, me personally, I do not have the answer to that. Y'all know the character does. Do not know what it is. So the possibility of us being a stripper is there. Let me read over the thing that... the letter you found again. Management has been calling the workforce recently, and I think might be next. The last progress review, my boss doesn't seem happy. You know what? Yeah, that'd be fine. That would work. Worked on Homestuck. You guys get to choose. It doesn't matter. It does not matter to me. You had a life before this moment. I'm going to let you guys choose what that is and who the main character is and what they're like. So it looks like the winning bid is do not put the money in the bank. The IRS will skin us alive. 1,337 is the amount that you want to carry with you. So I'm going to just subtract 1,337 from 220. So that should be fine. Let's see what we got as far as votes on the first one. You eat some stuff out of the fridge. If you guys have a preference on what, you kind of just stole everything out of his fridge. No, the motel is a different location than the apartment complex. The apartment complex is across the river, quote. It's, you know, dried out because of course it is. It's Texas. Heal dirt wounds. Okay. Then also, Dollar Store, go pay next week's rent and review the list of names to see if there's anyone we don't remember. Also, call someone who can get into our house and ask them to see if we have any cat stuff. So you were renting a apartment, and so I would imagine that you can't just like, if you moved out, then you wouldn't have that access anymore. Drink the tiny bit of orange juice. Okay, you drink the orange juice to make it not be a thing. We're just going to assume that you guys have a decent amount of food. I'm going to list off some people that you know exist. Christopher, he's the guy who runs the motel. These are the people on that list, by the way, that you wrote on the second day. Christopher, Noah, of course. You guys didn't actually say to do this, but I assume there are little hearts drawn on it next to where it says Noah. So Christopher, the motel owner. Crystal, Daryl, Elise, Ware, Gerald the wizard, Home Depot being Home Depot employees, Justin the zombie, Kevin the librarian, Mary the tea fan. I'm reading off of what Jack is saying in chat. Michael the troll cop, Nathan the civil servant, Ware, and Raymond the grackle. And the only thing that stands out as a what the fuck is that is Crystal. Her boyfriend is referenced, but you don't remember that. On your list of places that you want to go, you said to preemptively go pay this week's rent. I believe we agreed to, what was it? A month's rent in Austin is about $1,000. You can reasonably expect to pay, like, I don't know, 150 to 300 for a week or two for one or two people's worth of groceries. I think a soda costs around about $2. I'm saying this so that way people who live in other countries have a general idea of how much money this is, because otherwise it may just not make sense. Could we call the complex and ask them if we had a cat? Yeah, that could be an option. You don't have a phone, so you can't do that for that reason. But if you were to find a phone, you could use it to call, assuming you could find it, which I don't imagine would be that hard to find. Is there no phone in the motel room? I mean, it's doesn't seem to have one. No? I'm sure you could ask at, like, I don't know, Starbucks or like something like that. What is that right on the right of the TV in the picture. I don't think that's a phone. I think that's like a little placard that tells you to not fuck up the room or something. Your next step is to go pay the week's rent. I would assume that you bring enough to pay for that as well. So you go find Christopher and you decide to, you lock the door behind us. Sure. He looks like the Kappa face. He looks disappointed in you. The first interaction you had with him, you did like come in bleeding. So he probably doesn't have the highest opinion of you, all things. So you preemptively pay the rent. I think we said that it was going to be like, what, 600 for like a week? I think the rent was 150. You walk up to him, hand him this week's $150 for the rent, and said, you know, hey, here's this week's rent a little early. He goes, oh, thanks. You didn't have to do that. You can always just wait until the weekend. I can just pay you then, but all right. See you around then. We are a responsible person. You did a responsible thing just now, paying for rent slightly ahead of time. And then you guys said you wanted to go to the dollar store, correct? You go to the dollar store. On your way to the dollar store, it looks like the bank has been roped off with caution tape. But you head on over to the dollar store to go ahead and... You wanted to buy a mirror. Now, I'm going to tell you guys, because some of you guys don't know this about, like, dollar stores. I don't know if it's, like, a just an American idea, but the dollar store is essentially you can get anything you want for $1. None of it is incredibly high quality, and some of the stuff is like, oh, well, instead of, like, a 20-ounce or whatever Coke, you can get, like, a 10-ounce Coke, but it's only $1. Yeah, there's essentially two different kinds of dollar stores. The dollar stores where everything's an increment of $1, which is bullshit. And then there's the dollar store where everything's $1. This is that kind. You go into the dollar store. There's a woman working there. A new person. You walk up to her immediately and ask her for her name because all of chat is asking for her name. She says, oh, hi, you must be new here. If you need help finding anything, let me know. You ask her for her name. Rebecca. You write down Rebecca's name into your thing. She does have a name tag. Yes, it says Rebecca on it. If you need anything, just let me know. I'm going to go get some more stuff out of the back and stock some stuff. Are you looking for anything particular or looking for a mirror? She takes you to an aisle where there's like a whole bunch of cosmetic stuff. You know, like cheapo little things that you carry like shampoo in when you're going on, you know, trips. So that way you don't carry an entire thing, but it's like under the amount that the TSA allows you to have, so that way you don't get in trouble for it. They've got like tiny little things of deodorant. They do have mirrors here. They specifically have hand mirrors that are kind of oval shaped that you could use. Do they have compact mirrors? They do. All right. Let's see. Get a mirror in the most eye-catching glittery makeup you see. There's some that's like a pinkish like glitter eye shadow. I know how makeup works. Glittery pink makeup. I'm making it pink to keep on brand with this aesthetic that I have. It could be other colors, but I've decided it's pink. We gotta buy a clown costume. They don't have a clown costume at the dollar store. You seriously are overestimating the quality of products at the dollar store. Alright, looks like chat wants to spend $8 on stickers. I'll say they're 50 cents each, so that means 16 packets of stickers. Alright, so currently you are spending about $10 plus tax. What's sales tax in Texas? 8.25%. That would mean that you're spending $10.80 to 83 cents on that stuff. I hate pink. Too bad. You guys wanted the most fabulous, and pink is, as everyone knows. So you buy that. Before you buy it, however, she says, hey, I hope you don't mind, but we have a new employee, and I was hoping that you could maybe just, you know, she's training, and it would be good if there's a very small creature hanging out on the till, punching in numbers to make the drawer work. She has tiny little bat wings and is approximately the size of a lizard. She tells you exactly the price that I just told you a minute ago, which was $10.83. Check name tag. She's wearing a name tag like a backpack It says Morgan. She asks,
Is there anything else you would like with that? Would you like a bag?
does she have a tiny uniform on? No, just the name tag on her back. Bag, please, yes. She kind of huffs. She, like, crawls down the side of the cash register thing and goes and gets the bag and then climbs back up and starts, like, shoveling things in there. To do this, she has to, like, go into the bag herself, then come back out, grab something else, and then put it back in. She's doing her best. I'm gonna do, okay, so she's not actually this big, but for the sake of people who are curious on what she looks like, I'm gonna zoom in. There you go. She's got a little name tag on her back. Why don't I go ahead and put down that it's Thursday in the basic Windows stuff. It looks like in order you guys want to make a Valentine for Noah using stickers. Try to befriend the little lizard bat friend. Tip Morgan. All right, it looks like you guys want to tip about $4.20. You try and tip her $4.20. She says, This is the dollar store. We don't do tips here. Is there anything else that I can help you with? It's like her first week on the job. She's trying not to get fired. There's security cameras all over the goddamn place. You attempt to be her friend and make a little Valentine for Noah. Just leave $4.20 on the counter. Take the fucking money. She's being watched. Do not fire. Do not bug people while they're working. You're like, we should be friends. Here's $4.20. Weed. Blaze it. Don't get her fired. She says, I have to go stock things now. If you need anything, I will be around. And then she does a little like flip. She does a little thing. She walks off. It just flies away a bit. You decide to make your Valentine for Noah using the stickers you had. You have a little piece of like paper from your little notebook, and you kind of like work that out. Proverbs 18:24. A man of many companions may come to ruin, but there's a friend who sticks closer than a brother. So you do the Proverbs one, and then you draw a picture of you and Noah holding hands with little hearts, and then you put stickers all over it. It's adorable of you guys. Go to Home Depot and buy a safe for all the money we just got. You go to Home Depot. Since Rev said that the money filled a 40-gallon bathtub, get 2 20-gallon trash cans and chains and padlocks to lock them. What the? Yeah? You guys want to look around with the mirror, buy flowers for Noah, and then buy a 40-gallon bathtub or a 2 20-gallon trash cans with chains and padlocks to lock them. So you find a Home Depot employee who just walks up to you and says, Home Depot. How may I help you today? No. Which is your name? Home Depot. Takes a licking, keeps on ticking. Home Depot. Raid Shadow Legends. You start looking around with the mirror. For reference point, when you are looking in the mirror, I'm going to assume that, like, the image that you're seeing here is like you looking behind yourself with the mirror, because that's how mirrors work. In the mirror, but not regularly, you just see blood everywhere, just like fucking coating everything. The Home Depot employee does not seem to notice. Looking around regularly, you forget what you were looking for or what you were looking at, but there appears to be no blood here. You didn't forget why you're here, you just forget that there's blood. Because you weren't looking at it. No, it's more splattered. There's just blood splattered everywhere on everything. Did we get the trash bins? Yes. I should probably look up how much trash bins are. $100 on trash cans, chains, and locks. It looks like the winning vote is to attempt to touch the blood that you see in the mirror, like you did back at the motel. Attempting to do so does reveal that there are spots that feel differently than others in accordance to where you would expect the blood to be. Looking at it, you've forgotten what you were doing, but looking back at the mirror, you remember what you were doing, and you see the blood again. You walk around the store while holding the mirror. It appears that the entirety of the Home Depot is just fucking covered in what appears to be dried blood everywhere. There's just crusty blood everywhere in the store. I'm not going to go through the bother of having multiple different versions of this mirror, but you can just trust me when I say that. You ask the not cultists if they see the blood. He goes, no. What are you talking about? Home Depot. God. Home Depot. You ask them for their name. He says, my name is Jim. Home Depot. Breakfast of Champions. Write it down. You write down Jim's name. You decide to show Jim the blood mirror, or the mirror blood things. He seems as concerned as anyone would be, because that's fucking weird. He says, that's odd. Home Depot. Taste the rainbow. Home Depot. Quality never goes out of style. Home Depot. I want my Home Depot. You then opt to walk around town staring at the mirror. And looks like after that, investigate the bank. So you say goodbye to Jim, giving him a high five on the way out, because that actually had one more vote than investigating the bank. So, like, and you leave. You show him, like, weird blood that doesn't appear to be there, and then wander out the door. Bank was one of the things that was, like, the top one. I assume you guys could check anywhere along the way from here to the bank as well. So you head over towards the bank. You head over to the bank. It's completely warded off with caution tape and police lines. The doors are locked, and Roger is wandering around the inside. Legitimate bank. It's a bank firm here in Austin, completely, totally, legitimately. And just because you guys said you wanted to check while you were wandering around, you decided to check the mirror in this location as well. Nothing of value shows up on the mirror at the bank. Is the bank a bilf? You cross the police tape and go up to the front door of the bank. You knock on it to get the attention of Roger, because you can't get in because the door is locked. And Roger comes to the window because it seems like you want to ask what happened, but simultaneously not get arrested, but also go in the bank. Roger comes to the door of the bank and opens it a crack. We're dealing with a situation here. I'm gonna ask that you go ahead and on leave, and unless if you have something you want to add or explain, the bank appears to have been robbed. Actually, I was about to go and see you. Where were you last night? Where were you last night? Approximately 10 p.m. We'll say. The correct answer to this is at Home Depot, hanging out with the cultists. Power move. Just be like, I robbed the bank. What is our bluff check? It depends on how stupid you are. I was thinking explicitly of the time that you guys ate dirt for no reason. Is there even a prison in this town? There is, directly next door, the police office. Yeah, you guys tried to eat dirt to learn more about trees, which I'm going to assume that if you asked any legitimate, like, tree person about that they would completely be like, nah, that's not a thing. So there's that. Home Depot, clarifying that we got our job there. I don't know what a person who works on trees is called. So you say, Home Depot, I got a job there. I was just finishing on up because we had some, late night closing stuff that we needed to do. And then, I mean, you even saw me walk back to my motel room last night. Home Depot. Ask the employees. They'll corroborate that. He says, all right. I admit I did see you last night. All right, well, I'm gonna go ahead and ask them. Now, if I ask them and they say something else, what do you think is gonna happen there? You stick around in town, all right? He leaves, closing the door behind him and locking it. You're still carrying around chains and a trash can or two, and a lock, which is weird and suspicious, but not weird enough to really make note of, apparently. I'll go ahead and open the poll. Give the money back somehow? Is that even an option? I mean, let me just put it like this. If someone was like, someone's robbed the bank, and you go, wow, that's fucking weird. Anyway, how about I just give you guys $200,000 and you guys don't think about it? Like, so let's see. Go buy a phone, deliver the Valentine's card to Noah, and put your phone number on it. I would assume it would go in order like that. You would get a phone, then you would put your phone number on the card. Finish making the Valentine's Day card. Whatever we do, try and be normal and not suspicious for once. I feel like that all goes together fairly well. You go buy a phone, which apparently is about $30 for the starter card and for the thing, right? I believe Randall's has them. I don't know if Home Depot does. Suspicious is normal for us. There's a certain amount of truth there, I'll be honest. Anyway, you decide to go to Randall's to buy a phone because I believe that's where you would get one. You deliver the Valentine... Well, okay, you'd have to have one in order to... Alright, so... Mary stares at you suspiciously because last time that you talked to her, you did assault her some. Daryl looks fucking dead. The store looks acceptable. Considering it was ravaged yesterday, it looks okay. You decide to go and buy a phone on top of other things for $30. I'm going to go and take that out of your account right now. You check the mirror. You spin around facing the opposite direction from Daryl and Mary to look into the mirror. You look into the mirror and do not see anything out of the ordinary. I don't think there's any way to look into a mirror in a way that doesn't make you look weird. Try to remove mirror from wall. You're holding it. It's not attached to the wall. Mary looks exactly like she normally does. If we're talking about nothing out of the ordinary, nothing that you haven't already seen before is there. You put the mirror away because you don't see anything. Alright, looks like you guys want to try and buy a pride flag phone case. Surely someone has gone through the trouble of making a pride flag phone case, but they're all for like iPhone and Android. They don't make flip phone ones really anymore, and none of them really fit. You could instead use stickers to like bootleg it, but it doesn't appear that anyone makes ones that are specifically for your type of phone that you have. But you have a nice flip phone now. Just bootleg it. You've got plenty of stickers. You could just like sticker ones together. Sticker pride flag. Well, you don't have a sticker for a pride flag. I don't think they'd sell that at a dollar store, but you could like get a pink sticker and then a white sticker and then a blue sticker, and you can put them on there. Or you could ask Raymond. That's another good idea. Can we buy the paint and do it ourselves? Sure. You give Daryl a sticker. He looks at you. What the fuck are you doing? I've had the worst goddamn day. Do you think a fucking sticker's gonna make that better? If you need help finding anything, let me know. I'm trying to clean up after yesterday. Someone broke into my house and stole all my stuff. I don't want a sticker. You attempt to comfort Daryl, but he just glares at you in that shut the fuck up and get out of here look. He walks off, unwilling to like talk to you any further. Mary approaches. Hi, have you heard about the wonderful taste of yeah, would you like some Lipton tea? I have some here on free trial today. You decide you want to buy some chocolates for Noah as well. Daryl left before you can ask if there's anything you can do to help. His answer would probably be no. I'm just going to make a poll. Would you like tea? You've already had the tea once. It was just a subpar cup of tea because it's Lipton tea. You know, when I'm having a get-together with me and my friends, I bring them over to my place, and I make sure that I have a nice, refreshing drink for them. And what better to go with a nice gelatin mold but Lipton tea? Check the tea in the mirror. You check the tea in the mirror. You look weird for doing that. It's still tea. Nothing out of the ordinary appears. This is not a King Diamond album. Chad decides to decline having any tea. You decide to not have tea. She looks a little bit sad, but says, okay. Has her reputation changed with none of the people that you've interacted with? No. Oh, that? Yeah. You know what? 69. Nice. Let's see. What was the last one? Okay, and then you guys wanted to buy chocolates for Noah. Daryl is not about to buy chocolates from, but you were supposed to do that before attempting to comfort him, but after giving him a sticker. So I'm going to say that you're able to do that. How much money would you like to spend on chocolate? Are we going like Hershey's chocolate, or are we going like the fancy kind with like coconut in it? This is Randall's. You're not getting really fancy stuff there. Noah eats people. That is a solid point. Noah is a Winnebago who cannot eat effectively. He ate the cake at the church. Okay. He will hate this. Okay, how about I do a poll rather than just say, what do you guys want to do? Can he taste? No. I mean, I guess he can. I don't know. It doesn't really do anything for him. I guess he can taste it, but it doesn't help. Wait, are there balloons in the store? Yeah, this store has those small little balloons. You can get Daryl to inflate a balloon or two for you if you'd like. You cannot get a balloon animal from Randall's. They don't sell those here. This is like the only time that I've told you guys no is when it comes to buying things that don't exist. Our card is kind of overtly or vaguely romantic. Yeah, it's Proverbs, what was it? 18:24, apparently. It's something about like a true friend is, you know, someone close by. I don't remember the exact wording. Okay, it appears that you guys want to spend $0 on chocolate. All right, so you decide you're going to go ahead and call your previous place that you lived at and ask if, you know, they knew anything about your cat and anything like that. The phone rings for a minute, and someone picks up eventually after you get one of those, like, little dial things where it's like, it's sort of like Mozart or whatever, but it's also, like, the most distorted thing ever, and it's cutting in and out. It's just, like, completely unhearable, like any normal, like, waiting tone. And eventually someone picks up, and they're like, hey, this is, Golden Apartments. I didn't just choose that name because there's golden paint next to me. What can I help you with? You explain your need to find anything about your cat. They say, oh yeah, yeah, no, we had to. You don't have a cat. I don't remember any cat. Is there anything else you wanted to know? Why did you call and ask if you had a cat? Don't you know whether or not you've got a cat? While you're doing this, you start looking for heart-shaped balloons to attach to the card. But do they have any, like, cat litter or junk? Yeah, I mean, I guess you might have had a cat, but I didn't ever see it. I mean, you had the stuff for a cat, like cat litter. Cat box. Were you hiding a cat from us? We told you you couldn't have cats. This is a no pets apartment complex. You hang up, I guess. Everyone in chat is like, hang up. So you hang up, not gaining really any new information. Let's see. You get some heart-shaped balloons and attach them to the card. I don't know how much those are. I'm going to assume like $10. You go find Daryl, who walks up to the counter and checks out your heart-shaped balloons. Is there anything else I can help you with? I have nothing but fucking time to help you with this. Sorry. Just tired. Stayed up all night answering questions. You say, sorry about your situation. You give him your new phone number, and tell him that if he needs anything to call you. Noah time. Give Noah his Valentine stuff. Find Noah and give him his presents. All right, cool. So it seems like a majority of things seem to suggest that you guys want to go see Noah. You leave and go find Noah. I'm going to assume you go to church because I don't know where else you would go to find Noah. you're at church. Noah's closing up for the day. You have your balloons, and you've got your card, and you've got a sweat on your brow, and you're here. And it seems like you guys want to give him his gifts. So you hand him the stuff. He thanks you immediately because you're giving him things. If we were giving him Valentine's Day stuff, wouldn't that mean the town of nowhere is taking place right now? I'm just sort of like, time happens. It's Thursday. Of what month? I don't know. It's just happening. This is not relevant, really, what month it is. Just that it's Thursday. And Thursday is relevant because your library books are due on Wednesday and rent is due on Saturday. If you can remember who to pay rent to, that is. Wednesday is next week. Yeah, it's a whole week from now. So if you guys want to give him Christmas gifts or Valentine's Day gifts, sure. Tell him that you cherish his companionship and say Happy Valentine's Day. Followed by telling him that Daryl's house got broken into and see if the church can start a fundraiser to get the window repaired for the sake of building a community. He says, oh, thank you. It's very nice. Can we just cover the... okay, how about not window, but just... fair enough. Thank you. I hadn't heard about Daryl's situation. I'm sure we can do something for him. He seems like he's been having a hard time recently. I need to head home now, but thank you for the gift. With that, he leaves. Oh, it comes back. You're still coming on Sunday, correct? Of course, yes. Okay. No question. Okay, good. I will see you then. He leaves. It's starting to get late at night now. I should mention. He seemed to enjoy your gift. No reputation. We'll bring that up to like 85. That was very nice of you. Use the mirror on the church. Nothing out of the ordinary appears. No weird stuff that you didn't see. Noah is not in the available region for you to look at, so you can't check Noah. Check in the church windows. Same situation inside the church. You don't see anything out of the ordinary. No blood appears anywhere in the general vicinity using the mirror. Is this a mirror or a window? This is a mirror. You're turning around and using it. The edges around the mirror are meant to represent the inconsistencies with what you see in the mirror versus what you see really. So if there's blood splatter that looks like it should continue to the left or right, but doesn't, it probably does continue to the left or right, but you can't see it beyond that. It looks like go to the graveyard is on here a couple of times, along with take our trash cans home and check the graveyard. So you go to the graveyard and use the mirror. Nothing of note happens. You do a celebratory dab because that interaction with Noah is actually fairly smooth and not fucking stupid like you kind of expected it to be. With that, you drag your trash cans home to the motel room. You go back to the motel room. You've got your trash cans available and your chains. You go back and you start trying to hide your money in the trash cans in order to lock it up using the cheap, weird system for doing things. I completely forgot about the trash cans, so I just assumed that you left them outside whenever you went inside somewhere. I don't know. Fuck it. All right? So you lock all the money up into the trash cans, and then you lock the trash cans with the chains, so no one but the most determined person with a pair of X-Acto knives could possibly get through the trash cans. You said there was no blood in the general vicinity. Was there anything else? No, there was nothing out of the ordinary. All the stuff that you saw, like, I will make sure that the mirrors appear to be as accurate as possible. Did we check the blood for roads? While wandering home, I guess you could do that. You didn't see anything, like, on the street itself. Look at self and mirror. You guys want to check the mirror here? I mean, you already know that there's going to be shit here because you've already seen it in the other mirror. But, you're able to, so I might as well let you. You check the mirror in the motel room. There is blood in exactly the spot that you would expect that you did not see before. Well, you did see before in the mirror in the bathroom, but now you see it more clearly in the mirror here. That is not the ritual blood. That is the other blood that you were only able to see in the mirror that you found out about like previously. Can we shower now? You opt to take a shower. It was nice. You feel less stinky now. It's refreshing to take a shower every now and then. You check to see what's on TV, but it doesn't really appear that there's anything good on TV. Nothing about this is suspicious. That's just how hotel or motel TVs are. You decide to write tainted grain samples property of USDA. Do not tamper on the bins and draw the biohazard symbol. This is not suspicious in any weird way at all. Put the cans somewhere in here that doesn't look horribly suspicious as much as possible. You attempt to make the USDA grain cans that you have not look suspicious randomly placed in your room. Either they are grain samples or they're trash cans. Either way, they're chained up in your room. So, there's that. That's not suspicious at all. Someone mentioned that they'd like to check and see where the blood trail goes. You check the door. There's blood on the door as well. I just didn't put it on there. But there is blood on either side of the door as well. Does their phone have a camera? No. It's the most basic phone ever. The last thing that's on here is to decorate your room with stickers and wait by your phone for Noah to call. Did you ever put pride stickers on your phone? You didn't have any to do that with, but you can put stickers in such a way that it appears to be a pride flag, because they don't sell pride flag stickers probably at the dollar store. Like, that's more of they'd have to make like an active decision to do something outside what is safe for marketing, and I don't know as if the dollar store has done the marketing research to determine whether or not that's safe. Keep following the blood trail. Okay, you open the door to check and see if there's any blood outside. Customize your contact ringtones. You don't have anyone's phone numbers yet to do that with, but as soon as you could, put stickers in notebook. Sure, we can follow the blood trail later. The blood trail does not lead outside. This is just in your doorway to your motel room. You update the journal with anything you haven't and add some stickers, as well as check to see if there's anyone you don't remember or recognize. So you add Jim, the cultist. You add Morgan, the tiny lizard bat-winged creature that works at the dollar store. And you add Roger again, I guess. Roger was already in there, but it was noted earlier that you wanted to add Roger. And so that I just let you guys do that. Oh, Rebecca as well. I'm sorry. Rebecca as well. All right, so you look over the list of names. Does Noah ever call us or not? He doesn't call tonight. I'll just tell you that. It's late, but he has your phone number now, so that's pretty nice. So, in the notebook, you have several names listed that you don't recognize, or people mentioned that you don't recognize, and I'm going to list them now. They are Crystal's boyfriend, whose name you never got, but it's written down that Crystal has a boyfriend, which you don't know where you got that information. Oscar, you're aware of that you had probably a cat at some point, but you cannot confirm where this cat is. Roger's name is still in here. He's the cops. And then another name that you see on here but do not recognize is Christopher. Otherwise, everyone else is here. Kevin, Noah, Roger, Sam, Crystal, Justin, Nathan, Rebecca, Morgan, Daryl Miller, Daryl's full name. Landlord is gone. It is weird that you started living in this motel, but considering it's abandoned, there's no reason not to. The lights still work, the TV still works, so why not? You figured. Saves you some money. Like Christopher Landlord, well, I would assume that you guys have been writing down information such as what these people's, like Kevin from the library. So you've got Christopher, the landlord. Well, no one runs the motel, so then it would be abandoned. Are there other patrons to this motel complex? No? So do our notes contradict what we remember? Would it be fair to bring that up to... You don't remember having paid anyone this morning. So why is his name in there? It's just a name that's in there. Do you want to erase it? As far as you remember, that's not anyone that exists. Has the hotel always been abandoned? Since you moved into it, it has been. No, do not erase. Then where's the money gone? What? Do not erase names. Okay, chat seems to say no. Wasn't the Home Depot god very clear about why we're keeping notes? Yes. Yes, he was. We're the landlord now. The Home Depot god did explicitly tell you to take notes just in case if you forgot things or people. So it would make very little sense to erase it. My question is, in short, is it justifiable to be alarmed that you don't recognize this name? I mean, seems like chat's alarmed. Is there anything we can do to stop ourselves from disappearing? Well, that's a bit like solve the mystery. I would assume that if you knew what was happening in the first place, you could do something. For instance, if your house is on fire, and if the thing you want to do is to stop being on fire, there are things to do. But if you're like, man, it's really warm in here, and you're like, should I do something about that? And you're like, well, I don't know why or what's happening. Until you understand what's going on, I don't know what you could even recommend to do. You're welcome to try and do things, but I do not, like, what are you going to say? Like, what would you want to do to try and prevent yourself from being forgotten? Do we have the Home Depot god written down? Yes. I'll go and write that down right now. Be so obnoxious that no one can forget us. Do we know about the entity? The entity and the Home Depot god, those are interchangeable words that chat used to describe the thing that shows up at Home Depot at night sometimes. Take a note of everything we don't remember with today's date and write down what we did today. So, okay. Is there anything else you'd want to do before we wrap up for the night? Because I do think we need to do that. And go to bed. Going to sleep will end the session. All right. I'll see you guys later. Brr.